Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our WMA podcast. My name is Benjamin, and as always, I'm joining from Germany, and with me is Boyke. Welcome, Boyke.
Hi, Benjamin. Nice to be back again.
You competed by yourself. You visited an NBA game with the German team. So, how are you doing right now?
As I just said in our exchange before, I'm getting slightly a bit tired because day in, day out, we love what we do, and then it's great and it's fantastic still. But if I imagine that I do have to do another competition tomorrow, which is the more important for me, I'm excited how I can manage it to be explosive by any reason, but we will see. We will see.
But I guess this is the most intense World Championships in your whole career. I mean, you're in Gainesville as an athlete, as a team manager, as a podcaster. So that's a lot of tasks on your daily schedule, I would say.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I'm an old bloke. So you have some tactics to prevent that you get burnt out. But no, honestly, it's cool. I mean, of course, it is a lot because some of the athletes already recognized it because between the ears, and we had between the ears several times already together. Between the ears is happening a lot because everybody's talking to you. You are talking to many people because we want to have some cool ideas for our podcast. And it's just long days, many steps, but that's what we know upfront, and that's why we do it, because we love it.
You count your steps every day?
Yeah. I have my watch on it, so I'm the good thrower. I'm counting my steps, but it's just about to be honest, for moaning about it, so that I can say, oh my God, I'm doing 16,000 steps a day, and everybody's poor boy. So it's not any kind of analysis for training or whatever.
Okay. But I would say let's start with some performances that really stood out this week. You've been keeping a close eye on the sprints. So what was going on on the older age groups?
Yeah, there were some amazing results again. You remember the guy from Mongolia?
The 95 years old?
Yeah, he won the 200s as well.
Oh, wow.
And he was double the fast than the second place. So that was... I mean, he was burning it down again. So that was he made up the atmosphere in the hall. And then we had a lady from Canada in the age group 80 to 84, and she ran the 200s in below 36 seconds.
And she's over 80 years old.
Over 80, between 80 and 84, 3,600. So
wow,
imagine this. And then we got a W70 lady. So she was between 70 and 74. And she ran 31.4 seconds. I mean, not kidding, but if I would do the 200 now, just now, it would be a tough race for me to win. And she's 24 years older than I am, and a lady, and she's short. Yeah. So, wow. Amazing.
I would say for almost everyone, also in my age group, running under 32 seconds over the 200 meters is quite a competition.
And do not forget, it's indoors, and we have a 6-lane indoors. So that's what many sprinters told me. It's very high in the curves, and when you run into the first one, and you are on lane 5 or 6. Yeah. Huge, but of course you get the kick when you make the turn, but if you don't, because we have many disqualifications by stepping on the lanes, which is fairly regular in the 200s indoors. But I talked to the German lady W40 Sina Hensler-Hug, who managed to win second place yesterday in the 200s versus, I think she had 4 American girls in her heat, and she told me after the race she had to overtake them by the beginning of the curve because the other ones have to run up and they do get the kick after the curve.
Yeah.
And on lane 3, it's closer, it's tighter, but you don't get the kick. So she was trying to get it to overtake them in the curve.
Okay.
To secure second place, and it worked out. So it was fantastic race. There were really fast. I think the winner had just above or even below 25, and Zina was with 25, 30 something season best. So fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
And running,
sorry.
200 meters indoors is something different than running 200 meters outdoors. You explain it because of the curve. It's very tight.
Yeah, and I did it as a kid. Well, I did the relay, and even for me as a thrower, or at that time maybe a decathlon guy, the 200s indoors are not easy. But we had another fantastic result because the pole vault was on as well. And it started again with the old boys, which was amazing to see again. There's an official friend of mine from the UK, and he told me later how dedicated they still are to their sports. And I mean, we're talking about 90-year-old guys doing pole vault, and some of them really cleared some acceptable heights. So that was amazing. But later on, we had the men in the age group 40. So they are not the youngest, but they're still, of course, young. And that was a competition like I have never seen before on a world championship, because there were two guys starting at 4.65 meters, starting the event with 4.65.
Wow.
The official beginning height was 2.75. So there was a huge gap, and then they came in the competition, both the Canadian guy and the German guy, Dennis Schober, both cleared the first two heights. So because it was 15 centimeters, the next one. So they've been on the same level with cleared and missed results on 4.95, and then we had the 5.10. And Dennis managed it to get over it in the first attempt.
So it went from 4.95 to 5 meter 10.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
Oh, wow. Yeah, exactly. Especially in our age group. I mean, it's a different thing for the professionals. So the Canadian guy, he had a misresult on the first one. Dennis made it on the first one. So it was 100% clear. The Canadian guy can not only do the 5.10 because he wouldn't win as well. So he tried the 5.25, and Dennis did not have to jump anymore. So at the end, he won with 5.10, which is just, what did he say? 12 centimeters under his personal best, which is 5.22.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. The whole gym, everybody was there and watching it and shouting and clapping, just like regular pole vault events.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a cool world champion for Germany. Yeah.
But beside those amazing results, you also had the honor to talk to Angela Hertzner. Can you tell us a little bit more about her?
Yeah, Angela is an amazing woman. She has now turned into the age group 50, and she's a extremely high decorated thrower. So she's very strong, very powerful. But in the interview, you will see she has much more to tell.
Hello, Angela. Hello. Tell us your name, where you're from, which age category are you starting in?
Angela Hertzner. I live in Arizona. And I just got into the women's 50 age group.
You said Arizona. I think Rachel Guest is from Arizona as well. So this is a hotspot for athletics.
Yes.
Definitely.
You've got good training all year round with the weather.
And you have the weather. Yeah. For Europeans, we are very jealous. So how long are you in the athletics?
I did it. I was a gymnast when I was younger. And then when I got too tall, I quit and I did track and field. I went out and I started as a hurdler, high jumper, in high school. So I did 3 years of high school, and I was recruited to go to college as a heptathlete. And while in college, they realized my best event was shot put in the heptathlon. And so I started throwing a little extra with the shot. When I graduated in 96 from college, I wanted to try to qualify for the Olympic trials. And I kept trying to throw, but didn't really get close enough. I didn't have the right training.
What was your personal best back then with the 4 kilo shot?
I want to say it was 48 feet something.
Yeah.
We didn't do meters.
Yeah, no, not in.
Quite shit with that.
Yeah.
Wise now,
Yeah.
but it was 48 feet something in college.
Okay.
And then I eventually got a college coaching job and started coaching kids. And I think the more drills I started doing kind of helped me, and it got my love back for throwing. And I was able to compete a few meets with the girls, and I managed to qualify for the 2004 Olympic trials in Sacramento. My PR at that point was 60-72.
Yeah.
Qualified. And I was just shy of turning 30 years old. And so I made the trials, and then I moved out to Arizona. I was living in Virginia at the time. So I moved out to Arizona, and at that point I had to figure out what I was going to do with my life. So just started doing a few different jobs to figure out what really I wanted to do. Started as a personal trainer, and while there, I had met a few firefighters that were.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was asking about. Yeah.
They kind of piqued my interest for firefighting, and so I found out what it was going to take to become a firefighter. I got my EMT, and I went through the academy, and I graduated, and here I am 17 years later.
Yeah, it's still.
Been with Phoenix Fire for 17 years.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And
great.
For us, as a comparison, so you have excitement when you go in the ring competing on a world level, on a local, on a regional, whatever level. But then your job, your profession, I would say the more important thing is saving lives. So when you stand in front of a burning house, what can you compare those excitements?
It's a different kind of adrenaline. Yeah. This is more butterflies when I compete. When you have to go into a fire, it's more of an adrenaline rush. At that point, you got to do everything you can to help anybody that's in there. And if not, you got to do everything you can to save their property and do that safely.
Yeah.
So it's just totally different.
Do you think it both pays off that you are able to concentrate, keep your nerves in the right moment? Is it a give and take for athletics and firefighting?
I do think you're able to, it forces you to kind of channel things in the right way. So whether it's butterflies or whether it's the adrenaline, you have to figure out how to manage that so you can do your job. So whether your job is getting in the ring and making sure you're in your legs and you're doing this, that, all your technical things, or when you're going into the fire, making sure you're not just off your hose line and doing whatever you want. You're following your protocols and your everything that you were taught how to do. So there are a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do have to think about that in that moment of kind of the panic or adrenaline or butterflies or however it is. You have to go back to what you were taught.
Maybe as a second last question, what would you say for people aged, let's say 30, 35, why should they start with Masters track and field? Why should they come back to us?
Well, so I didn't start competing again until I was 40.
Yeah, me too.
And had I known that this was all out there,
no,
I would have started earlier.
Yeah.
But at that point, I was, again, becoming a firefighter. I had gotten married, had some kids, and then I needed to get back to my passion. I mean, I truly love track and field, and I think what you find as a Masters athlete is it doesn't matter whether you did this in high school or college or were an elite athlete or you never did athletics. There's always something you can do. Try some new things, figure out what event works for you, because there's an event out there for you and something that you're truly going to love. So figure out what event that is or which events. There's be multiple.
Agree. Yeah. And what do you love the most about Masters athletics? I mean, because you just said you competed in Torun for the first time on the world level. So now you know your girls a bit because you get to know each other in the age group. So what do you like the most?
Honestly, I love these big meets because the competition is greater. The gals, every single event I'm doing, there's a handful of gals that are really, really good. And I like that. I thrive on competition. So I love having the competitors that are going to push me. And I knew I had a tough field yesterday in the weight throw, and I just wanted to make sure that I came out with that first throw and just kind of set a precedence like, hey, I'm here to compete, so let's go.
In the workout?
Yeah, it was great competition, so I had a great time.
Congratulations again. Show us your medal for the world champion. Yes, in the weight row W50. Thanks for your time and enjoy the rest of the days.
Thank you very much.
And now let's switch gears for a moment because Boyke, the German team, had a bit of fun off the track.
Yeah, and it was not only a bit of fun; it was amazing. We went to the Orlando Magics, and some of you may know that there are playing already 3 German guys. So the Wagner brothers, how they are called, and Tristan da Silva. I had the idea, if I'm in Orlando, I have to be there once because basketball was always my second sport. So I asked some of the German athletes, or all of them, if they want to join, and some of them made the decision to join us. And then I had the idea to contact the Magics up front if there's anything possible. I mean, because if there are 15 to 20 guys in national clothes, maybe there could be the idea for having some kind of meet and greet for the boys. And they replied, yeah, it's possible. So we had the fantastic option that we were picked up on the premium partner entrance, which was cool. And then we went straight courtside. So we were just like 3 meters away from the guys doing their shoot around in the warm-ups. And those seats are normally sold between $2,500 and $6,000 per game, not per season, per game. And we could wait there. And fun thing was that the host service manager, Simone Prinz, she came over and talked to me in German because she was from Gelsenkirchen. So right out of the pot. And she said, what's going on? Why are you here so many Germans? And how are you looking like? And so she stayed with us for a couple of minutes. And there was one particular guy from the German team who has worn his Penny Hardaway jersey out of the 90s from the first big prime of the Magics. And she saw it and she said, well, he may want to have a signature. And he was just like, oh my God, yes, that would be amazing. So I gave her the jersey. She went away and got back with a jersey signed by Franz Wagner. So that was really cool. And you could see that all of those experienced, cool world champion competitors, they were amazed as kids and they were all standing like this to make some selfies with the guys behind. So it was really, really, really cool. But I shouldn't use those bad language, but it was a shitty match. So after the experience in the beginning, it was really bad because we went up to our seats. Of course, we bought the tickets, so there was no invite by the Magics. We went upstairs and the Magics lost, and it was just horrible to see. It was it was gross.
But that's sport.
Yeah.
You win, sometimes you lose.
Yeah,
exactly. But it's interesting coming from Gelsenkirchen and working for Orlando Magic.
Yeah, for more than 10 years. So she told us she left Germany in 1995, just for 6 months in the beginning. She was in LA. And then she met her husband. I mean, love, as always, love changes everything. And she stayed in America and is working there now for 10 years. And it was funny to see. Yeah. And one last sentence, we met so many other athletes and officials. There's one guy from the WMA, Slavek, he's Polish. He's managing the indoor championships and tour room most of the time. And he was there as well because it was one day after his birthday. So it was his birthday present. And yeah, it was very cool. Yeah, we enjoyed it pretty much.
So a lot of the WMA community was in Orlando watching the game.
Yeah, the WMA guys, the officials, the athletes from many different countries. We saw some Kenyan guys as well. So yeah, because we recognized each other because of the clothing. Yeah. So it was fun.
But now we go from fun to something, I would say, very emotional. You had a chance to do another interview. Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Yeah, I get goosebumps just when I think about it again. I talked to Wolfgang, another German bloke, turned 16, And his story is not about running. His story is about surviving. And you should listen to it.
Tell me your name, tell me your age, tell me where do you come from and why are we here?
My name is Wolfgang Behrens. In 21 days, I'm 61 and I'm come from Germany. In the very south, it's called Memmingen.
Memmingen is a very nice town.
Yeah.
Klaus, where is your favorite discipline? So what do you do the most? What do you prefer?
In the moment, my favorite disciplines is the 400 meters, sometimes 800 meters, and now the 200.
Okay. And how many titles did you win in Gainesville so far?
Zero. But my own medal for my brain, is it the right word?
Yeah.
My brain.
For your heart, for your soul?
Yeah, is the biggest.
Yeah. Because for the listeners, as an explanation, no, we're not talking about winning world championships. We're talking about winning much deeper fights. So tell us about your last fight 10 months ago.
Yeah. 10 months ago, I do my swim training on a Sunday. 1 day before, I do the track session, 200 meters, 6 times. And think, oh my God, today the time is coming very good. Some days before I had what's called in English Zwerchfell.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Something in the stomach.
It's something up at the stomach, a little bit steeps and
Yeah, pushy. Yeah.
pushy. But when you train 5 to 8 times a week, the whole body hurts. Yeah, and so
I have it even after 3 practice.
okay.
So fair enough.
Okay. Back to the swim training. I do my 1500 meters normally every Sunday in the same bath, and after that I go in the warm water area, and then I was underwater.
Yeah.
But I don't know this time. I don't know.
You can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember this. And now it comes from the big God in heaven. I'm the luckiest guy of the world this day. Cardiologe.
Yeah, cardio.
Chief mediciner.
Yeah,
from
doctor.
Cardio doctor.
Yeah.
From Memmingen.
Yeah.
Stands behind
Just
me.
beside you. Yeah,
and,
okay.
And think about me. How long can it do it
Yeah.
under the water?
How long can you dive?
Can it dive?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And brings me out of the water and goes to
and
the
reanimated you.
reanimated. 4.5 minutes I was dead, and they needs 1.5 hour that I can
Get back to life.
back to life, that I was to transport
Ah, okay.
in the hospital.
That you were able to transport to the
Able to
hospital.
transport.
Okay.
This is
Yeah.
right,
Okay.
thank you. And then I put me in 5 stands,
Yeah.
and that's it. It was a heart attack.
Wow. Wow.
But
wow.
I'm the luckiest guy.
Yeah.
That is
Do your celebration of the birthday 2 times a year now? Yeah.
19 of May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, 10 months ago, which is like just around the corner, it's just not much time. But now we are here in Alachua County, Florida, Gainesville, Masters World Championships. Why? What is that makes you come here over?
I have a big motivation to do these things. That's why I'm here. The different doctor says, thanks God that you do this sport and in this higher level do this sport. So you have no chance.
You would have
no
died. Yeah.
The doctor who reanimate me feels in this moment the muscles are very good. So I'm not the biggest one. So they put this here in the
chest.
area of
Yeah.
the of,
Yeah,
of the heart,
Yeah.
down to the called Wirbelsäule,
To the back. Yeah.
to the back,
Yeah.
completely, and I have nothing broken.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So, and
So would you say that Masters Athletics saved your life?
yeah,
Wow. That's cool. So I think you don't care about medals anymore, do you? You just enjoy living and being here and enjoying the atmosphere and everything.
absolutely, absolutely. I go different times. I go to the sport medicine in Ulm,
Yeah.
in this big area.
Yeah.
They are specialists,
Yeah.
and I go there and say nothing my story.
Yeah.
No, I said no my story,
Yeah.
and they can't find anything.
Yeah.
That's the third time I'm the luckiest guy.
Yeah.
No
follow-ups, no
interruption on the heart
Yeah.
muscle
Perfect.
and those things. Nothing.
So it was just one time blackout and that's it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
When I think now, what
What?
what
What?
what had I? Ja, mein Englisch.
Oh, good.
Was hätte ich denn anders machen?
What could you have done differently?
Different, really.
Yeah.
More times going to check up.
Yeah.
But this only thing is the cholesterol.
Yeah.
Cholesterol
Cholesterol,
is
yeah.
it's Erbanlage, also,
Yeah, it's given by parents and
by parents,
Yeah,
and a little one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in this moment they löst sich ab,
goes away
goes away and
and you're done.
stop at this area on the heart, and that's it.
Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for your story.
Yeah.
I'm very sure this will be an interesting story for many other Masters athletes. So very cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Boyke, I would say that one was really deep. I mean, what was it like to hear that story in person?
Yeah, if you see the guy who's telling you a story like this, I mean, he was dead 10 months ago, and now he's competing on a very proper level again. It's a kind of a scary feeling on one hand, because it's showing again it can happen so fast. I mean, we are all more or less well trained athletes, and even for those guys, I mean, he's absolutely fit. There is no fat on his body. He's a very good runner, but yeah, you never know. And then the story of coming back is amazing. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Cool. Yeah.
So I would say let's round things off with a quick look at the medal table.
Yeah, we're almost done. So today is the second last day of the events, and there is one fun fact. I mean, you all know that the US team is the biggest by far. They have roughly 1,500 athletes here. But if you have a look on the medal count, you can see it, because the US won already a total of, or that was yesterday, a total of 180 medals, and second place France for now 25.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the Americans have 53 world champions, and the next best is France with 9. And then we're going on, and then we have the whole European armada is there: France, Great Britain, Germany, Sweden, Spain, Czech Republic. They're all coming until we get, and that's funny again, the next one after the Europeans is Saudi Arabia, and then Australia. And the fun thing is Canada, which is the second biggest team, is placed on, I don't know what it is, 12 or something, 11. So they are more into the emotion things than winning medals. But the Europeans are delivering very well. So France, Sweden, but all those Europeans together have less than America. So this time it's definitely for the Americans.
But before we wrap up, I would say we want to hear from you. What stories should we tell next? who should Boyke talk to? So send us a direct message over Instagram, and you can also talk to Boyke in the venue.
Yeah, and we have the hot events on, because tomorrow is the final day, and on the final day there are always the relays. And for everybody who was not attending a world championship before, let me tell you, the relays are the ones. So everybody's getting crazy and getting wild. Sorry. Everybody's getting crazy and mad about it, because everybody wants to win for their country. And this will be good fun. We still have some short events. And the hurdles, which are spectacular as well, because especially after the semis, when you go into the finals, there's one chance, do or die.
Yeah.
That easy. And in the hurdles, it's pretty much easier than in other disciplines to die, because you get one wrong and then you're done. So, amazing last day. We're looking forward to, and I think I have an idea for some cool interviews. So yeah. Let's go for it.
And you also will have another competition, right?
Yes. Yes, the shot put tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. It's my better discipline, and I will achieve somehow to manage my body being aggressive and explosive to beat the big boys. I saw one of them. I think he has that big arms. So I said, okay, but he's still beatable, hopefully. So yeah, I don't know. I will do it somehow.
So good luck, Boyke. And until then, stay fast, stay strong, and yeah, hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much, Benjamin. We talk on Monday.